Hello guys, hello mates, good morning. This is Aussie Maca. We call it Aussie Maca because Aussie for Australian and Maca is our family name, short for Mac, Macinelli, the surname that starts with Mac. So they call it Maca here. So welcome to my channel, and as you have observed, I have posted videos regarding my relationship with my husband and where we started when we got married in the Philippines, and how did the relationship uh, have a good communication while being away and be together. And I have posted that pictures already for you to review. And if you like, before I forget, if you like our videos, please like and subscribe below. It's very important for us so that we will know if we will gonna make more videos for you. And this one right now is very informative because it's about the visa, the tourist visa that I applied here in. That's why I came here in Australia to visit my husband. So it is a tourist visa for the married uh, married Filipina with an Australian husband. The first thing you will have to create is the IMI account. So the IMI account is just very simple. You have to have your email account, and you have to remember your password, and you have to answer 20 pages in that IMI account. That includes about your data for your husband and yourself. And by the way, this topic is my own opinion and my own experience. I am not a legit attorney or whatsoever agent that I am speaking before them. So this is just myself. This is our review of what made it successful, that we were been approved with a tourist visa to come to Australia. So that's it. It's the IMI account. And after you had made your IMI account, you have to collect your documents, because if you wanted to apply for a tourist visa, then you have to support yourself with your documents. You don't have any personal interview in the Australian embassy. All you have to do is just to prove it that you are a legit wife of an Aussie or an Australian guy, and you have all the documents with you. So it starts with your financial status. So it should have a bank account. The bank account uh, should have, in my own case, I placed there 150,000 in my bank account. And then this bank account should run for many years. This is not legit that I have to open a bank account and then I have to place 150,000 or 100,000. No, this is not the financial status that they want. They want a running bank account that runs for maybe about 6 months, because what they need is only 3 months. So maybe about 3 months. And you have to get a document from your bank, or right now. Some of the banks, they have already online, banking online, so you can have a copy of your 3 months transaction with your bank. So that is the financial status. So if you have that, then you have to set aside. Then secondly, what is your job? If you are employed, if you are a teacher, as long as you are employed, uh, call center agent, so you have your own company. The only thing you have to do is have a certificate of employment. Together with that is the pay slip that you are being paid every month or every 15 days. And what else? Approval of your company that you are allowed to have a vacation. So it should be a written and approved by your boss or supervisor, manager, um, for your present job. But if you are a businesswoman, you have to provide your BIR, ITR, income tax return. Then the copy of your mayor's permit or business permit, the DTI. What else? Or anything that is connected with your business, like Pag-ibig Fund, your contribution, because if you're into a business, your company as well, there is a share of the Pag-ibig Fund, 50-50, from your employee and the employer. So you can have that one as well, because this one is we are trying to prove that we are legit. We have a work that we have to come back to the country where we live, because we are not still joining our husband, but hence we are applying as a tourist visa. We have to go back to our country. We will not be staying yet with our husband. So that's the only thing that we have to prove. So if you have that certification, um, pay slip, the leave, the approved leave, or the business side of it, the business permit, the DTI, excuse me, the, what else? The ITR, because in the ITR it states your TIN, the tax income number. So I don't know if they were gonna call the BIR. We do not know, because we just have to apply, and then it depends upon them to know the real truth, if really that number exists. So be confident of yourself. As long as you are true, then you will be approved. Then the third, aside from that, you have to have IDs. You have to have ID. It depends. Driver's license, professional license from the PRC. What else? SSS. So you have that IDs with you. Or if you have credit cards, it is good as well. Credit cards, and have the newest statement of account. It doesn't matter if you haven't paid your credit card yet, it's okay. As long as they can see that previous months you are paying, and then here comes a new uh, document from your credit company stating that you have this and that. As long as that card is legit, you will be okay. Then passport, at least your passport is just renewed passport, because they need 6 months. You have to. Uh, so meaning it is uh, newly applied passport. Then do not forget, you should have an itinerary of your vacation. If you have a vacation of, um, let's say, 10 days, you have a 10 days itinerary for your vacation. You should have. And you should have a photograph visa. This photograph visa is you have to go to some um, photographer like Konica. Somebody will gonna take picture of you, and they know the specific visa photos because it has a dimension from head down here, shoulder. It has to be with color, something like that. They know the dimension of it. So you have to tell them, I want to have a photograph for my Australian visa. Then that's it. You're good for it. Then your employment, as I have said a while ago, employment certificate. And if you are married before and you got annulled, you have to secure that annulment paper with you, because you have to lodge it together with your documents. And uh, it, in lodging your document, it has some category in it, and it has a maximum of 60 documents. But for me, I reach 55, they stop. They will tell you stop, and then they will let me know after the target time of my processing for the tourist visa they gave me is a month, or more than that. That's the time frame of my processing. But it didn't went through 1 month, but instead it took me 5 days, and they grant me the visa. And the invitation from your husband that he is inviting you to visit him in Australia, that is also important. Or even the family of your husband, but because your husband is already an Australian, so no difficult. Have him have a make a letter of invitation for you stating your name, wife, how many days, what's the accommodation, who will pay, him, of course, transportation, airline ticket, is all with him. So it should be specified in the letter. And it is signed by your husband. And it should be attached with a document from your husband as well. You have to ask your husband's work pay slip if he is working from any company in Australia, and a certification from his job, passport, and ID. Any driver's license or any company ID that will support his invitation from you, or a passport. It is needed as well. So you have to gather that documents. If you are traveling before you get married with him, you have to scan that travel visas that you have before, because the IMI, or the immigration of Australia, we're gonna uh, document that as well. It is part of your supporting document, your previous travel. If you have traveled USA, London, Shenzhen, Korea, Japan, Hong Kong, like that, anything, you scan it. But if you traveled within Asia, just choose two. But the most important is you have traveled to a country that has a visa. Because if you traveled within Asia, they don't have a visa, right? Because they are not needed for as an Asian. Asian, which is part of the ASEAN. So if you have the USA visa, scan it, have the document. And there, in my case, they said let it be Xerox copy as somebody will gonna sign it, but it just depend upon you. If you have a Xerox copier outside and they do it like that, certified, much better. But for me, no. I just scan it with my own computer, with my own printer, and that's it. I have the document for me. And if you are a first time, if you are a first timer to apply for a tourist visa, don't be afraid. As long as you are legit. And the country that you are flying to is the country of your husband. You don't have to be afraid of. Just present yourself as you are the wife and you are legit, because the immigration will always back up the wife of an Aussie as long as you have the legit documents as well. They don't want you to be apart from your husband. And in these visas as well, talking about visas, there are some, me, I am married to an Aussie. There are some who are not married. So there is a typical type of or an additional documents that is needed from the immigration about your relationship. I think you have to prove your relationship, yeah, how many months or whatsoever. For me, I have proved myself because we have a marriage certificate from being married with an Aussie, and it is registered in the Philippines. And I gave a copy to my husband to enable to register it in Australia as well. But according to the Australian office in here that caters about marriages, they already accepted marriages from the Philippines. So after my lodging, I lodge it by myself. I don't need an agent, because if you will go to an agent, you will gonna pay about 8,000 for an agent. And then if you will go to an agent again for your airfare ticket, no, you have to pay more. So I did it by myself. And after the lodging, 6 days, I think 5 days, because after 5 days, they made a decision. And then after that day, I just looked my email, and there you go. I got my approval. I have my visa granted already. So we were very, very happy. So I am not doubting anyone. Just prove yourself that you are legit, and everything will work for you. If you like this video of mine, this is an informative video that you will learn from it. Next time, I will share with you on how I get a visa. Not a visa, bridging visa, not tourist visa already. Bridging visa that connects me why I am already here in Australia. next time, guys. Just like, subscribe in my video. If you have any question, feel free to ask. Okay, bye now.